Let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off. Well, most of the markets are shut today on account of a holiday. The Chinese markets, the Taiwanese markets, they continue to remain shut. But the ones that are open, the South Korean markets continue to remain shut as well. But the Nikkei in Japan has been an outperformer, continues to remain so, 0.6% higher on the Nikkei today as well, and this comes on the back of a more than a 4% surge that we had seen in yesterday's trading session after the appointment of the country's first female prime minister. The yen, though, has weakened against the US dollar, and as a result of which it has now slipped below the mark of 150 in comparison to the greenback. So, fairly positive screen for whichever markets that are open in the Asia Pacific region. Most of them are shut, but the GIFT Nifty currently suggesting an implied open, which is a 25-point downtick. Well, it was a similar sort of a trend yesterday as well, but we all know how yesterday's session turned out. So let's set you up for today's trading session. And as I was mentioning that the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly subdued start, but yesterday's session was a very, very positive start to the week, and it was not a 40-50 point move. It was a proper trending move in yesterday's trading session, the Nifty ending at the highest point of the day. And if you take a look at the contributors as well, that will give you an idea of how the two index heavyweights were the ones that contributed to the move. It was the banking names that did well, it was the IT names that did well, Axis Bank, Reliance, all of them faring well in yesterday's trading session, also led by TCS and Infosys. So it was IT, it was banks, and it was Reliance. Now the Nifty has closed above one key hurdle. The first hurdle, of course, we mentioned yesterday, the 50% retracement, 25,013. It has closed comfortably above that. The next level is 40 points away, which is the 61.8% retracement, which comes up to around 25,119. And this retracement, we are talking about the September 18 high to the September 30 low that the index had made. But of course, from the recent swing highs, which is around 25,450, it's still around 350 points away. But the Nifty Bank, though, is the index to watch. It's been the outperformer over the last few days, and it has closed above the mark of 56,000 for the first time. It has retraced its entire fall that it had in the second half of September. Not just that, it also made a new swing high in yesterday's trade, 56,161 being that new swing high. So that becomes the first important level to watch on the upside before the 30th of July high, which is around 56,406. That comes into play for the Nifty Bank. But the only concerning bit, though, was the advanced decline. And despite the markets doing well, the advanced decline was in favor of the stocks that ended lower. You do not want to read much into it considering the markets are doing well. That today being the weekly expiry of the Nifty, we'll continue to watch if there is further short covering action from the FIIs, considering they began the series on record shorts. We'll also watch out for whether IT stocks continue to build on those gains yesterday ahead of TCS's results. And of course, the three major IPOs that are open today, WeWork for the final day, LG opening today, and Tata Capital also having its second day of subscription. WeWork has had a poor response so far. LG opens today, and Tata Capital was subscribed almost 40% on the first day. So that is what we have going into today's session. The implied open currently suggesting a 25-point downtick. We'll see how that day goes. But over to Ria now, who would list out the stocks that you need to keep an eye out for going into today's trade. Ria, morning.
Good morning, Thomas. Let's take a look at the stocks to be in focus today. The first one is Garden Reach Shipbuilders. The company has appointed Niranjan Bhalirao as the CFO of the company with effect from the 6th of October. Also keep your eye out on Oil India. They have signed an MOU with Mahanagar Gas for opportunities in the LNG value chain. Metropolis Health has come out with its Q2 business update. The revenue for the company has gone up around 23% on a year-on-year basis. Bank of India as well coming out with its Q2 update. Domestic deposits going up by 8.5% on a year-on-year basis, coming in at 7.3 lakh crores. Keep your eye out on Coal India as well. They have signed a pact with Chhattisgarh Mineral Development Corporation for critical mineral exploration. Dilip Buildcon has received an LOA for the development of a 100 megawatt solar PV power project in Madhya Pradesh. Zydus Life to be in focus today after receiving approval from Health Canada for liothyronine tablets, and Brigade Enterprises has signed a JDA for a premium residential project in Chennai with an estimated GDV of 1,000 crores. Keep your eye out on LTI Mindtree as well. They have secured a multi-year deal with a global entertainment leader. Another tech stock to be in focus today, HCL Tech has joined MIT Media Lab in the US to collaborate on next-gen AI research. Aster DM to also be in focus today. They have received an NOC from BSE and as well as NSE regarding the merger of Quality Care India with the company. And lastly, keep your eye out on Nibe India as well. They have won an order worth about rupees 21 crores from one of India's leading infra and defense companies.
Keep an eye out on all of these names. Riya, thank you for that update. And lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the FNO space. Sudarshan, good morning. We had 3 days of gains. Do you expect a fourth one from the FNO data?
It's a very interesting set of data from the FNO desk that we are getting, and after the day that we saw for sharp short covering in all the major names, and also the big buying continues in the Nifty bank, and now Nifty has comfortably formed base around 25,000. So yesterday we saw major gains, and for Nifty it was a gain of almost 200 points, and similar kind of gains were seen in both Nifty IT and Nifty bank, and because of this we saw major move in the market across the board. Now talking about today, GIFT Nifty like yesterday is indicating a start with minor cuts, but that's not a problem at all. And as far as the flows are concerned, FIs remain on the sell side, but yesterday they have sold just around rupees 300 crore. But look at DI's buying. They have bought more than rupees 5,000 crore. So all the major moves that we are seeing in the market are majorly on the back of domestic institutional money. In the index futures too, FIs have sold more than rupees 1,500 crore. Their long exposure remains around 7%. And yesterday they have added long contracts of more than 1,500. But they continue to add short positions, and yesterday also they have added short contracts of more than 9,600. But now come to the options data, which is looking very interesting. So first, take a look at two calls, 24,900 and 25,000 call. What exactly happened over here? Both these call options, we have seen a shedding of open interest. So it indicates to you that we have seen call unwinding at these levels, and now fresh call writing has happened at the higher levels, and those higher levels were 25,200 and 25,300, where we have seen an increase in the both open interest as well as the premium. Now come to the put side, where we have seen heavy put writing. 25,000 put has seen addition of more than 1 crore shares, and their premium has fallen to 18, and 24,950 put also has seen addition of 83 lakh shares, and there also premium has fallen to 12. So now support has come around 25,000, and resistance has moved higher in the range of 25,200, 25,300 for Nifty. For Nifty Bank, support has moved higher to 55,700, and resistance is now around, as you have talked about, recent high of 56,400 to 56,500. Lastly, stocks in focus. One stock is in band, that is RBL Bank. Keep an eye on three stocks. First, trend after quarterly update, it was a weak update, so we saw fresh shorts. InfoEdge has seen short covering, and Delivery has been seeing fresh buying after the update that company has given for festive season.
A very interesting move on Delivery yesterday. Sudarshan, thank you for that update. Also on the back of that upgrade that came in from Kota.